morning everyone. We have an elastic workout today. If you don't have an elastic, you could just use hand weights or even cans of baked beans or something, or nothing at all for a lot of it. I'm just going to start by just lightly wrapping that around. You can just hold it if you like through fingertips. Just really lightly, sorry, don't think about a 10 out of 10 squeeze, it's just a light peeling out, breath in. And then as we breathe out, give that backside a little squeeze, lift and grow, and then just peel that elastic in towards the chest, elbows going out wide, breath in. This is just to get ready for this nice shoulder and back work. With our elastic workout, you do just need to be mindful that it doesn't start to come to your neck. So you need a nice relaxed neck. From here, hold, externally rotate. I'm just floating my arms up. They probably just naturally drift behind a bit. Peel out. Forward and in, breath in and out. That's it, just find a breath cycle that works. And awareness to the shoulders, just staying gently down the back. Good. That's it. And we'll just do 2 more there. And a lot of these moves will feel familiar to us. Good. Last one now. Just floating forward. Good. Up. Alrighty, I'm going to take my legs out in front. If you needed to sit on a bolster or a block or a rolled up towel to make your legs be more comfy, then that's absolutely fine. I've taken my elastic nice and wide around the arch of my foot, including the ball of my foot, up nice and tall. Taking my hands to mid-thigh there. Give that backside a little squeeze again, and when I do that, I think about lifting up and growing tall. So from here, breath in, breathing out as we just peel the arms just behind that hip line and back in. I want you to keep your arms straight, so you might need to move your arms further away from your body, and that's fine. Breathing out. So the back of the arms, the middle of those shoulder blades. Peeling that belly in. That's it, checking in with neck always. Good. So this is our chest expansion that we do together on the reformer all the time. Good, so remember, control the back and then control the forward movement. 2, last one there, just holding it back behind that hip line, little pulses. 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Crossing the straps over now, bringing it towards that knee line. This is one where you might be able to wrap it as opposed to holding it. Breath in. Up tall, you can bend the knees if you need to. Breathing out as we row out to the sides. Remember, it's not just squeezing the shoulder blades together. Move slowly with the movement and a slight little pinching of the shoulders. Now, if you needed to, if your shoulders were unhappy in that position, then you could row your row in more narrow and down. So remember that option there. Alrighty, breath in. And then as you breathe out, peel that belly in, nice wide breath to the ribs, and then a narrowing as we breathe out. Good. And every time we breathe, we think about using the whole breath. Press it out. Good, last 2. Last one here. Good. All right, now I'm up tall. I'm just going to hinge back from my hips, pull my belly in, and I'm driving down through those heels and quick row. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way up. I'm going to bend my knees, stepping into my heels still. Breath in. I'm going to tuck and roll. You could do this upright. Tuck that tail, scoop the belly, and I'm just going to go single arm row. Single arm row. That's it. Heavy through the heels. Peel that belly in. Now remember, if you haven't got enough tension, you go further up the elastic. And now we're going to add that rotation in. Bring that eye line, bring that torso. Heavy through the heels. Press that breath out. Amazing, we look great. 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back up. Now you could keep the legs bent if that's comfier. I'm going to take mine back to straight. I'm going to just choke up on that elastic quite low down the end of that mat, end of the elastic. Up nice and tall. Now I'm tucking my tail under, scooping my belly, rolling down to where I feel comfortable, taking my arms up, and I'm going to go into biceps here. Now if you need to keep your whole arm line lower, that's fine. And if you're coming up, you try and keep that upper arm still. Every time you bend your elbows, can you just melt that belly further in towards the spine? Or peel that belly button further in. That's it, breathe through it. Beautiful work. Shoulders are down the back. Good, let's go 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now create that bicep shape. Lower the elbows a little, lift a little. Lower and lift. Keep peeling that belly in. Nothing in the neck. Energy through those legs. Good. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Coming all the way back up. Beautiful. Alrighty, from here, I'm going to take my hands back further up my elastic, up nice and tall, breath in, breathing out as we tuck that tail, scoop the belly, starting to roll down. Make sure you've got room on your mat, actually. Tuck and roll. Good. From here, I'm going to just step my right leg into that mat, into my elastic only. Alrighty, I'm going to bend my right knee. Oh my gosh. From here, just press and in. Press out. Now start to feel the stability of your pelvis. Press that breath out. I've got my elbows resting down, the tassels towards me. Good. Left leg can come up to tabletop. Good. And then start to alternate. Alternate. Good. Out and in. Now if you don't want to come up to your curl without supporting your head, keep it down. My elbows are resting, there's nothing in my neck. You could lower the reaching leg further towards the floor. Trying to keep those legs tracking in line with the hips. Good, clearing the shoulders out. Beautiful, let's go 8. Good. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep that left leg in tabletop. Pop the straps into the same hand now. And I'm going to hover my elbow, so I'm working my bicep as well. From here, let's just start with a double pulse. And down. And down. Good. Now, can you curl up? Good. You know what? I'm going to reverse my pulse down the bottom. I like that resistance there. And up. You could support the head. Good. You could bring this left leg into it. And up. And up. Beautiful. Keep that going. Use your breath. Good. Peel those shoulders out. Work that belly. And 4, 3, 2. Last one here. And up. I'm going to step both legs in. I'm going to keep my thumbs with the tassels towards it. Bend both the knees. Remember, you can do it without the elastic and you can do it without curling up. Breath in. Breathing out. Ribs to hips, peel head and shoulders if you can. Otherwise, keep it down. Big breath in as we reach the legs away, reach the arms away. Breath in, back to center. Now you could stay curled. You could come up and down into that curl. Breath in. And out. Press away, reach away. Breath in and out. So you could have the head and shoulders down. Remember, it could be here. Good. 5 and 4. Big reach. 3, 2. Last one here. And 1. Good. Now step right leg out. Left leg stays in. I'm already in the right position for my hands. Maybe choke up on that elastic a bit more. Pressing out in line with my hip. Breath in. Breathing out. Now if you're keeping your head down, you know, nod that chin in a little bit. If you're curling up, heel to those shoulders. Good. Now if you can, right leg to tabletop. And then if you know you're comfortable with that, exchange. Exchange. Good. Keep that going. Use your breath, so nice wide breath to ribs, and then narrow the ribs as you breathe out. Peel that belly button in towards our mat for 4 and 3. Good, last one here. Fantastic. Pop the straps into the same hand as the leg. Tabletop, coming up, and I'm going to work that bicep as well, elbows hovering, and up. So I've reversed my little pulse to the bottom of that range, and down, and down. You can support the head, down, down. Good. Beautiful. Let's go 4 more. And 3, 2, last one now, and 1. Good. Stepping both legs in again. Alrighty, now I'm going to take us into hundreds. If you need to do it without the elastic, I'm going to take my hands quite low down the elastic, and what I want us to work on is not flicking your fingertips up to the ceiling. Try and keep them reaching. Using the back of the arms, belly. Keep your head down if you need to. Do it without the elastic if you need to. So breath in, breathing out, ribs to hips, peeling head and shoulders off. I'm reaching my fingertips down, and I'm taking my breath now. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in. And out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep that work right down the back of those arms. Feel where your shoulders are. See if you can peel up just a little bit higher. Flattening that belly. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out. Beautiful. Focus on the breath. Amazing work. 2 more times. In and out. Last one. And out. Fantastic. Head and shoulders down. Let's grab up quite a fair bit up that elastic. Breath in. Breathing out, I'm going to nod my chin, scoop my belly. As I start to peel my upper body up, I'm going to send my lower body down. Up nice and tall. Breath in. And I'm going to reverse that. Breath out. Tucking that tail, scooping my belly. As I start to lower down, my legs start to lift. Breath in and breathing out. Up we go. Energy through the legs. Breath in and out. Start by tucking, scooping. Good. Breath in, breathing out, nod, scoop, reach away. Okay, now I'm going to leave my legs there. Breath in, breathing out as I tuck and roll down through that body. Good, breath in. Now as I come up this time, let's just do a couple here. Breath in, breathing out, nod that chin, scoop the belly. Now we're just after movement. It doesn't have to be perfect in time, or on another day it might be smoother for you. It is what it is today. Breath in and breathing out. Mine's not as smooth as it is sometimes when I'm moving, and that's better than not. Good. Now the next time I come up, I'm going to start to move my arm, my lower body and my upper body. So nod the chin, scoop the belly. Coming up, you might bend the elbows, you might be able to keep them long. Breath in, breathing out, scoop, lower. Good, laying down long. In and out. Now this would help us get into our teaser down the track without using our elastic. And then lowering. Use that breath. Think about arriving somewhat at the same time. Breath in, breathing out. Up, up, up. Breath in and breathing out as we go down. All the way down. Last one now. Breath in and breathing out as we come up. Lower that body down, up nice and tall. Use that elastic to maybe pull yourself over. Good. From here, I'm just going to pull my chest through. Have a little stretch there. Good. And releasing it. Alrighty, let's take that elastic. Just tie it above the knees, only once. Just once. Good, I just made a little bow. I'm going to lay myself down on my side. From here, legs are long. If you're looking after low back, then step the legs slightly forward. Just make sure your elastic is above your knees. Otherwise, if your low back's fine, I'm keeping my legs in one long line. Breath in, nice and long through that body. Breathing out, I'm just going to start my double leg lift. Reaching out. Remember, side of waist, reaching out, breath in and out. That's it, peeling my belly away from my t-shirt, feeling that side of waist. Now I'm going to add on, I'm going to lift, I'm going to flex both of my feet, lift out against or that elastic, lower, point and down. So lift, flex, lift, down, point, lower. Lift, flex, lift, down, point, lower. Good. Just start to feel that side of hip come into it. Lift, flex, lift, down, point, lower. And 5 to go. Good, that's it. Use that side of hip there. Lift, flex, lift, down, point, lower. And 2. Last one here, we're going to hold it up and just lift. Lift, that's it. Resist it with that bottom leg. Work through here. Amazing. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And lowering down. Bending our knees, heels towards that bottom line. Press that hip away, neck is nice and long. Let's peel out to clam, reach that leg away. Now when I peek down, when that leg is extended, I can hardly see it. Bring the heels together, bring the knees together. Breath in and out. Good, now just breathe with it. Doesn't matter if your breath just flows for the upper part and then as you come down, or whether or not you break it into 4. Just breathe all the way through that movement. Good. Remember, we're trying to find stability first, so we're not rolling from that pelvis. Good. Peel out, reach, and let's go 4. In and down. 3. Good. Last one now. Hold it out, reach it behind that hip line and circle up and around. 2, 3. Amazing, let's change direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, little work out there. Amazing work. Nothing fancy today, we're just going to help ourselves up and change sides. So swing those legs around to the other side. Again, one long line if you're fine in low back. Step the legs forward if you need to. Everything stacked. From here, we're just going to find that double leg lift first. So where that pelvis is, reach those thighs out. Lengthen and reach. Good. Start to feel that tension come to the side of waist. Peel that belly. Then from here, we're going to add on. So we're going to lift, flex, lift, down, point, lower. Lift, flex, lift, down, point, lower. Good. Lift, flex, lift, down, point, lower. Just starting to feel that engagement there. Extra little challenge. Now let's hold it up the top here, lift and lower. That's it. Get that side of hip working. Peel that belly in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point the toes and then lower all the way down. Bend the knees. Send your heels in line with your butt. Press that top hip away, creating lightness. Now breath in, breathe out. Squeeze to open out that side. Reach that leg away. Come back in, come back down. So remember, the stability is our pelvis. We're trying not to roll with that movement. We're using our breath to keep all of this nice and still. Reach in and down. Open, in and down. Good. Amazing. Let's go another 5. Now when you do reach that leg out, try and remember not to keep it forward, but reach it out in line with your hip. So if you can see your foot to the front or your leg to the front, I want you to try and aim to get it in line with that hip. Reach down and in, and 2. Good. Last last one now. Let's hold this one up. Reach it long. Have a little peek that you can't see that thigh because it's gone just behind your hip, and circle. Up and around. Up and around. Good, that's it. Change directions. 10, 9, 5 and 4, 3, 2 and 1. And releasing it. Good work. Alrighty, we're going to continue. We'll have a little stretch at the end. So from here, just help yourself up. Undo that elastic. Good, we're going to come to a 4-point position now. So remember in our 4-point position that we're looking for the stability through the shoulders as well. So get your elastic ready. I'm going to take my right hand, and all I'm going to do with that is just put it between fingertip and thumb, but it's going to be on the floor. So that's ready. From here, knees are underneath hips, hands underneath shoulders. Keep your arms super straight. Just let that chest drop through the center so the shoulders pinch together. And then we're just going to glide the shoulders apart. Let's do that a couple more times. Start to wake up the glutes a little bit. So a little bit of tone through that backside. And then think about peeling that belly up. Good. Now in this position, if you feel there's a lot of pressure through that wrist, you can shift your body slightly back over those heels if you need. Alrighty, breath in. Peel that elbow nice and close. You'll play around with the tension of that elastic. Breathing out as you peel that pinky towards the ceiling. Elbows close and breathing out. Good. Reach it out. Use that nice stability through the supporting arm. So I'm not hanging down. I'm peeling up and away from that palm out of the floor. Good, breath in and out. A little bit of tone through that bottom. Remember, not the whole arm is moving, just from your elbow to fist. And 4, 3, 2 more. Now hold that arm long and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And releasing it. Amazing. Let's just change sides. Again, a little choke up on that elastic, hand down. Shift your weight back if you need to. Remember, we're not hanging, we're lifting up and out, trying not to collapse that spine away from that shoulder. Breath in, breathing out as we reach out. And 1. Good, that's it. Try and keep that upper arm still. Neck is long. Remember, we're not dropping down to look. Perfect. Let's go 5. And 4, 3, 2, fantastic. Last one here, hold it and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Amazing. Elastic out of the way for a moment. Let's bring ourselves back to that 4-point position. Going to go into our tricep circles here, so hug the elbows in. Breath in, bend the elbows, sweep that nose past our fingertips, extend the arms, and then come back to your 4-point position. But I'm not taking my bottom back that way. I'm staying in 4-point position. Breath in, shoot down. Keep hugging the elbows in. Breath in and out. Now you could make it bigger or smaller and move. Good. That's it. Use your breath. Keep hugging the elbows in. Keep peeling that belly up. Good. Let's go 5. And 4. Bend. Shoot that nose past the fingertips. Extend the arms. And 3. 2 more. Last one now. And all the way back up. Amazing. Let's just come back to a seated position there. Bring that elastic back into it. Just taking that right arm up. Soften the shoulder. Bend. And then just lightly guiding down through this opposite hand here, up nice and tall. So you could build up repetitions on all of those moves, just playing around with how you hold that elastic as well. So remember, you can wrap it around for certain moves. Up we go and down, just gently gliding, or guiding I should say. And always checking in that that neck is relaxed. Up nice and tall, open those arms out. Hug those fingertips towards those shoulder blades. Big breath in, nice and wide. And out. Opening and crossing it over. Big breath in and out. Good. I'm going to just finish with a couple of little stretches there. Bring your left foot into your elastic. Let yourself come down. I'm just going to let my elbows rest. Bend that knee, fire that heel up to the ceiling. Good. Maybe a couple of times. And then when you're happy to, just holding that position. No tension in the neck. Maybe you bring your toes down towards you more. Maybe you want to extend that opposite leg away. Then I'm going to take my straps into the opposite hand. I'm going to bend this leg back up. You could keep it straight. And then just trying to peel that thigh across independently without moving that pelvis at the moment. Reaching out. Now you could change it up and lower the toe towards the floor, heel towards the ceiling. I prefer mine just there today. Just breathing through it. Coming back to center and opening out. Both sides, so pelvis is heavy. Coming back to center. Swapping legs over. Let the elbows rest, just bend and fire that heel to the ceiling. Breath in and out. Good. Then when you're ready, just keeping that position. Maybe use that elastic to get you a little bit more range. Toes down towards you. You could extend that opposite leg. Energy through that leg.